going to Korea. So this starts off our trip to Seoul, and this is actually my first time ever going to Korea. After a brief 4-hour flight, we arrived at Incheon Airport at around 6-ish in the evening. We took the train halfway to our hotel and stopped at Seoul Station, and then took an Uber to the Moxie Hotel in Incheon. Room tour!
Room tour. The room. Bathroom.
Oh, I didn't know there was a bathroom there.
Of course the bathroom's here.
Oh, nice. Smell like a bug.
The bathroom's quite spacious.
It's currently 10:15 p.m. so we are gonna go get some food because we're hungry.
And food is just literally right outside.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's like a street full of people. This area is poppin'. And we got free gummy bears with our check-in at the hotel. After unpacking, we went to go look for dinner because we were super hungry and we didn't know where to go, so we just found the first chicken place we saw because my mom really wanted Korean fried chicken. It wasn't really what we expected though, because we were looking for more like a wings kind of thing, but it was like a whole chicken. I loved it though. It was so garlicky, but my mom is not a very big fan of garlic, but she still ate it. We also ordered sausages, and I love sausages and processed meat. I don't know why. I think it's because I grew up eating so much Spam and Vienna sausage. After dinner, we went on our way back to the hotel and called it a night. Good morning! This is our first real day in Korea. We are gonna go to somewhere. I don't know where we're going. My mom knows where we're going. Ready to eat good food and do some shopping and have some fun. Yeah! This is delicious. Banana milk. And we're on our way for another day of adventure. First, we explored the Insadong area more because there's tons of cute cafes and alleys. They also have these like open Changge-esque shops, and I actually went in and bought a cute shirt. Isn't that so cute? Score! I really wish we had a place like this in the Philippines because there's so many places to hang out here, things to do, and cute spaces to relax. Our first meal today was at this super cute cafe called Cheongsadang Bakery, and I'm probably gonna pronounce a lot of these things wrong, but yeah, so just bear with me. I love green tea, so I had to try their green tea, of course, and we also got this super yummy matcha fromage cake as well as a matcha latte. Yummy?
Gone.
Next, we were off to Insadong Culture Street, and it was really close by to where we stayed. Walking here is really easy, the sidewalks are big, and there's lots to see everywhere. So I super love this area because it's a very artsy space, and a lot of the stores were selling handcrafted goods, and they even had workshops so you could learn how to make what they were selling there yourself. My favorite store I saw was this one with needle felt crafts, and I legit teared up because of how cute all the little dogs they had were. It made me miss my doggies. I could seriously spend a whole day in this area with all the cute things they had. There was such a great variety of crafts, and it's so inspiring to see what people create. Oh, and they also had this poop food stall kind of thing, which was crazy by the way, but at the same time, I kind of wanted to try something there. We walked more around the area, and I bought myself some press-on nails at this little shop because I've always wanted to try them. And boom, time skip. All of a sudden, we're here at the North Seoul Tower, and I actually IRL streamed on the way here, so you just had to be there. Seoul Tower. It's hot.
It's very hot.
I like the view.
You do?
Yes. You're my best view. There was a lot of construction going on there though, so not too much to do besides enjoy the view. We started to make our way down, and you go down the same way you get up, which is by taking this gondola, which is really fun. I love gondolas, but if you're scared of heights, yeah, good luck. Next, we made our way towards Gwangjang Market. We walked a bit, then took a bus to get there. Here is Gwangjang Market, and I love this place. It has so much stuff from household goodies to food, to clothes and bags, and just tons of things to see in general. At this point in the day though, we were starting to get real hungry from all the walking around, so we are currently looking at our lunch. My mom was hyping up this restaurant so much, so I couldn't wait to try it, and it was for sure worth the hype. They serve you a soup as an appetizer, and here is our main dish: raw beef with raw egg and raw octopus. I know it looks a little freaky, but trust, it is so good, especially wrapped in the seaweed with sesame oil. So yummy. Here is my first bite, and as you can see, I was very pleased. I could have gone for seconds, but there is more food to be had and more walking to be done. done, so we can't be too full. After the market, we walked to a nearby stream called Cheonggyecheon Stream. I wish we got to spend more time here and just sit and read some manga, draw, vibe, you know what I mean? Because it's just like a cozy place. But we had things to do after. We did get to walk a long time along the stream and see lots of animals just vibing and lots of nature. And we were actually walking in the wrong direction, courtesy of my mom. So instead of going straight to the next place that we were supposed to go to, we decided to go back to the hotel since we ended up closer to the hotel. But it became a good opportunity to try the subway for the first time. We popped up near our hotel, dropped our stuff, and finally got to rest our legs. We're back at the hotel. We just finished resting. I had some leftover sausages. Now we're gonna go to, what's it called? Something market?
Myeongdong.
Myeongdong market. It is hot day today, but ready to go out, right, Mama?
Ready.
And we're back out on our way to Myeongdong Market, and we took the bus to get there. It was pretty close to the hotel though. Insadong is such a great place to stay in my opinion because it's like in the middle of everything. Now this place is called Myeongdong Night Market, and they do have some market-esque stalls. There were tons of local and international stores here, and of course my mom and I had to go into an Olive Young. You know, we're in Seoul, of course. We also went into the store called Blue Elephant because I needed sunglasses, and so I tried on a bunch, and in the end I got to make a purchase. After the exploring, we got hungry again and had dinner at a Michelin star restaurant called Myeongdong Gyoja, and the noodles were delicious. They're famous for their dumplings, so of course we had to try them. Very yummy and very hot, but to be honest, nothing crazy. Like, they were good, but it wasn't like, oh my god, these are the best dumplings I've ever had good. We also had to try these soybean noodles, and I've never had anything like this before, so it was really interesting and I quite liked it. The description of this dish in the menu was a summer special dish of cold noodles containing chlorella in soybean soup made from high protein black beans and big beans. So I didn't really know what I was in for, but nonetheless, very tasty. The kimchi they served here was the most garlicky kimchi I've ever had in my entire life, and I loved it. Before ending the night, we had to have dessert. My mom and I are huge sweet tooths, and we love bingsu, so we stopped at a dessert cafe called Solbing. And this is probably the best bingsu I've ever had. The melon was so sweet, and the shaved ice was so soft. You already know we devoured. After dessert, we made our way home and had quite the trip back, which was a bit of a mess. Good morning! Last night was crazy. Me and my mom, we got lost and we could not find out how to get back to our hotel from the buses. So we went on the right bus and then we went on the wrong bus, and it took us completely in the opposite direction, and we went across some kind of like highway thing. At the last stop, we were kind of spooked because we had very little battery on our phone. Barely any money left on our like transport card. So thank goodness we found a Uber that took us straight to our hotel. But we're gonna go head out and get some breakfast. And oh, I also did my nails last night. This is the longest nails I've ever had. ASMR. Let's get our day started. We started off our second day in South Korea with rain and lots of it. Thankfully, my mom brought umbrellas and we started our walk over to Cafe Onion. It's about a 12-minute walk from our hotel, but the rain did not make it very easy. There was a bit of a wait before we got to be seated because the bakery is pretty famous, but we finally got in, put our stuff down, and went over to the pastries. There were so many different pastries and they all looked so good, but unfortunately we could not eat everything, so we ended up getting this strawberry croissant, this thing called a pandoro, a salt bread, and this cheese pound cake. To be honest, everything here was kind of just okay, and I'm not sure if it was because of what we ordered, but I wouldn't say anything really stood out. I did like the cheese pound cake though, because it kind of tasted like easy cheese, and I love cheese. After this breakfast, we were kind of breaded out because we just had a lot of pastries the past 2 days. We ended up going to the Osulok tea house since we wanted to buy some matcha, which we did, and we made our way to our next stop. We took the subway again, which didn't take too long, and had us pop out right next to our next destination, the Starfield Library. I'm not gonna lie though, my mom and I were a bit underwhelmed when we stepped inside. I thought it was going to be a big, beautiful library with lots of seating area and quiet space and just hallways of books, but it's an extension to the Starfield Coex Mall. So, I mean, it was still pretty, but it wasn't what I was expecting. And next on our to-do list was to get facials. We went to Muse Clinic in Gangnam, and funny enough, this place was a bit different from what we thought it would be. And you know what? I think most of our disappointment on this trip was due to our lack of research, so that's kind of on us. Since it was our first time here, we did a quick consultation on our skin types, and then a kind lady recommended what kind of facial would be best for us. We then proceeded to wash our face, which they have you do before your session, and then you get your facial, which is like 30-minute non-invasive procedure unless you want it to be invasive, and that's pretty much it. Since it was still pouring, it wasn't really comfortable to walk outside, so we took the subway to our next destination, Myeongdong a Park Mall. I wanted to go here because they had a mini Nintendo store, but turns out they also had a bunch of other cute things like a Ghibli store where I practiced such self-restraint, otherwise it would have emptied my pockets. And a very cool Marvel store too, where they had life-size statues of the heroes among tons of other things to buy. For dinner, we went back to the Insadong area and just ate at a KBBQ restaurant right across the street from our hotel because we were starving. And to top off the night, we had dessert in a cafe close by. I can't remember what this place is called, but I love the melon soda. I'm a big melon soda fan. And we also had a mango bingsu. So after dessert, it was time to head back and finally rest. My belly was so full. Good morning, everybody. We are on day 3 of our Korea trip. How was yesterday?
It was raining. Wet. Very wet.
Yes, it was raining the entire day.
Yeah.
But yeah, today we're gonna go to a palace finally because that's what we were supposed to do yesterday, but because it was raining the entire day, we did not go to the palace.
And a market.
And a market.
And like a trendy walking street?
And a trendy walking street.
I don't know. Let's see if it's trendy or not.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. So here we are back in Bukchon Hanok village and actually able to explore this place without the rain. We saw lots of cute bakeries on our walk, but we were breaded out, so we were looking for a savory breakfast, brunch, snack kind of thing, and we found the best spot. We actually saw this place on our second day, but we were too full to try it then, but thank God we went back. It's called Tyeoksan, and it was like an upscale hole-in-the-wall restaurant. It was small and quaint, but the decor was really well done. We ordered tteokbokki and fish cakes, and the tteokbokki was easily the best I've ever had in my life. They were also so kind and gave us free fish soup to try as well as these rolls because they saw us eyeing the people's order to the left of us, and they were delicious. After our brunch, we started our walk to the Gyeongbokgung Palace. The walk on the way there was really nice. I got to see a lot of flowers on the way, and I love flowers because they're so pretty. It's also pretty cool because if you're wearing the hanbok, you can actually enter the palace for free. I love seeing palaces and temples because I find the history and architecture really interesting, so I always recommend checking a couple if you can. After the palace, we went to Namdaemun Market, which was a lot of fun. There was so many things to see, buy, and eat. My mom and I made our first purchase and bought these fruities from a popular coffee shop chain called Mega Coffee. We walked around the market, looked at all the goodies, found some things to buy at really good prices, and before we left, I wanted to try the snack called hotteok. We went back to the hotel just to rest for a tiny bit, but then went out again and walked to a place called Seoul Gil, also relatively nearby the hotel. This area was super trendy and fun. There was a bunch of restaurants on the left side with street-facing seatings to do some people watching and some accessory shopping here as well. We didn't eat on the street though. We actually ended up going back to the Insadong area and we ate at a street-facing KBBQ restaurant because we saw someone mixing the kimchi in the rice and we wanted to do it too. It was so yummy. On our way back, we popped into another Olive Young store to do a bit more shopping, and then we went back to the hotel where my mom and I had a very serious air hockey game, and then we called it a night. Good morning! I forgot to vlog last night and this morning, but we are now on our way to get some cafe stuff, some pastries and whatnot. And we are going to go to the mall today, get some groceries to bring back home. And then we're meeting up with my mom's friend and we're going to a Pixar exhibit, which I'm super excited for.
And then we're sleeping because we've got an early morning.
That's right.
Very early morning.
We've got an early morning flight. These are the glasses I bought. Okay, let's go. For brekkie, we went to a cafe called Cafe High Waist. They had so many cute pastries, and I love these porcelain dogs and these tiny dog cakes, although I don't think it's edible for dogs. I was actually pastried out though, so this is what my mom had. I, on the other hand, ate like a Korean kimchi onigiri type thing I found at a convenience store. We then went back to the Myeongdong area to do some last day shopping, and we found a store called New House, and they had so many cute clothes and accessories for a good price. I tried on some things, bought some things, and after that we found a mini supermarket to do some pasalubong shopping. We then made a quick stop back at the hotel to drop off our things and took a train to the Seongsudong area to meet up with my mom's friend. Since we didn't have lunch yet, we stopped at a restaurant called Yukjeon Gukbap, and it was perfect since we hadn't had naengmyeon yet on this trip. After that, we walked around the Seongsudong area and met up with my mom's friend. Her name is Jian, and she was really sweet. She showed us a bunch of really cute stores and took us around while we were waiting for a table at a cafe called Standard Bread. All the cafes here are so pretty and stylish. If cafe hopping and hanging out is what you love love to do, Seoul is like heaven for you. After we finished up at the cafe, Jiyoon drove my mom and I to our next stop, which was the Mundo Pixar exhibit, but to get there, we got to walk through the Seoul Forest Park. We didn't have much time to hang around though, because we had to make it to our time slot at the exhibit. And here it is! I love this experience so much because if you know me, I love Disney and Pixar. It's such a huge part of my childhood and actually just a huge part of my life because I love the stories, the music, the lessons learned, and just everything about these films. The exhibit is basically all photo ops and it's really amazing because it really looks like the movies come to life. Since we went on a weekend, there was a bunch of people here, which was a bit of a bummer because it was a lot of waiting in lines for pictures, so we didn't end up waiting in line for a lot of the popular photo spots. And because we didn't wait, we actually managed to get ahead of the crowd for the next few areas because there was a lot less people. Each room I stepped in, I really had to hold back my tears because of all the nostalgic feelings and memories. I could spend much longer than we did in each room, but there's also a time limit for how long you can stay in the exhibit. And all good things must come to an end, unfortunately, so we reached the last room, the merch store. They had lots of adorable goodies. There was one Ratatouille shirt I wanted to get, but it was really expensive. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this day. We went back to our hotel, grabbed dinner nearby, which was really yummy, and that was it.
It's 4:30 in the morning. Actually, it's 5 o'clock now. We're on our way to leave. Girls trip over. Time to make our journey home.
And now you are watching the journey home. We took an Uber to the airport, got on the plane, and that's it. It's always fun bonding with my mom, so now it's time to plan where to go next. Thank you so much for watching the vlog, and see you in the next one.